Let me ask you something, and I want you to really sit with this question. Have you ever felt like you were built for something greater, but the world kept treating you like you were ordinary? Have you ever felt a fire burning inside of you, a quiet, deep, unshakable fire, and yet nobody around you could see it? Have you ever felt chosen but couldn't explain why? Today, I am going to show you the 5 hidden marks that only certain women carry. Marks that cannot be bought, cannot be faked, cannot be taught in a classroom. And by the end of this talk, you will either discover that you carry these marks yourself, or you will understand why the most powerful woman in your life moves the way she moves. I promise you this, every single thing I say today is rooted in wisdom that has been tested by fire, by silence, and by thousands of years of human experience. I will not waste your time. I will not speak empty words. What I give you today will stay with you for the rest of your life. Good evening, or good morning, or good afternoon. Wherever you are in this world right now, I want you to know that this moment, this exact moment you chose to listen, was not an accident. Nothing ever is. My name is Shi Heng Yi. And for many years, I have sat in silence. I have trained in the mountains. I have spoken with people from all walks of life. Men, women, children, people who had everything, people who had nothing. And in all of that time, in all of those conversations, one thing became very, very clear to me. There is a certain kind of woman in this world. She is not always the loudest one in the room. She is not always the most beautiful one, by the world's shallow definition. She is not always the richest. She is not always the one with the most followers, or the most attention, or the most applause, but she is the one who, when she walks into a room, something shifts. You can feel it. You cannot always explain it, but you can feel it. She carries something ancient, something real, something that most people spend their whole lives searching for and never find. And today, I want to talk about what that something is. Because here is what I have come to understand. The world does not lack strong women. The world does not lack talented women. The world does not lack hardworking women. What the world lacks is women who understand their own power. Women who have been carrying these 5 hidden marks their entire lives, but nobody ever told them what those marks meant. So they walked around feeling different, feeling like they did not fit, feeling like something was wrong with them, when the truth, the beautiful, humbling truth, is that something was never wrong with them. Something was right. Deeply, profoundly right. And today, we are going to explore that together. Before we begin, a moment of stillness. Before I share the first mark with you, I want to ask you to do something simple. Take one breath. Not a small one, a real one. Let the air come in slowly, let it fill you up, and then let it go. Good. In the temple where I trained, we always begin with stillness, because you cannot hear wisdom when your mind is running 100 miles an hour. You cannot receive something new when you are still clutching something old. So, in this moment, let go of whatever today brought you. The argument, the worry, the news, the noise. Just for now, let it rest. Because what we are about to talk about is important. Not the kind of important that trends on social media for 3 days and then disappears. The kind of important that changes how you see yourself for the rest of your life. Are you ready? Good. Let us begin. The first hidden mark. She has walked through fire and did not become bitter. The first mark. And this one stops people when I say it out loud. The first hidden mark of a chosen woman is this. She has suffered. Deeply. Real suffering. Not the small inconveniences of life. Real pain. The kind that takes your breath away. The kind that makes you question everything you believed about yourself and about the world. And she survived it. Not just survived it. She passed through it like fire. And when she came out the other side, she was not hardened. She was not cold. She was not angry at the world. She was not wearing her pain like armor to keep people away. She came out refined. Now here is the thing I need you to understand, because this is where so many people get confused. Suffering alone does not create a chosen woman. Pain alone does not make you powerful. There are many people in this world who have suffered greatly, and their suffering made them bitter, made them closed, made them suspicious of love, made them cruel to the people around them, made them believe that the world is a dark place and that everyone is the enemy. That is one path through pain. But the chosen woman, she takes a different path. And the difference between those two paths is not talent. It is not intelligence. It is not even strength in the way we usually think of strength. The difference is this. She chose meaning over misery. Let me explain what I mean. When pain comes into your life, and it will come, it always comes, you have a choice. You always have a choice, even when it feels like you do not. The choice is this. Will you let this pain teach me something? Or will I let this pain define me? The chosen woman, she asks the question. She sits with her pain. She does not run from it. She does not drown it in distractions. She does not pretend it is not there. She sits with it, quietly, sometimes for a long, long time. And she says, "What are you here to show me?" I remember a story from many years ago. A woman came to speak with one of my teachers. She had lost her husband. She had lost her home. She had lost her health. And she sat in front of him and she said, "Why is all of this happening to me?" And my teacher did not give her a reason, because he was wise enough to know that she did not need a reason. What she needed was permission. Permission to feel everything she was feeling without shame. Permission to be broken for a while. Permission to not have the answers. Permission to be human. And then he said something to her that I have never forgotten. He said, "The tree that survives the storm does not survive because it never got hit by lightning. It survives because its roots go deep." The chosen woman has deep roots. Her roots went deep because the storms of her life forced them there. She did not choose the storms. Nobody chooses the storms, but she chose how to respond to them. And in that in that quiet, daily, sometimes desperate, choosing to keep going and to keep being good and to keep being open, even when the world gave her every reason to close, she grew. And the thing about deep roots is this: You cannot see them. They are hidden underground. They are invisible. But they are the reason the tree is still standing when everything around it has fallen. The chosen woman's roots are her hidden mark. You cannot see what she has been through. You cannot see the nights she cried, the mornings she had to force herself out of bed, the moments where she almost gave up, the times she prayed and did not immediately receive an answer, the years she spent in the dark waiting for light. You cannot see any of that, but you can feel the stability she carries. You can feel that she will not break, not because she has never been broken, but because she knows what it feels like to be broken and to come back together again. And she knows deeply and without any doubt that she can do it again if she has to. That is the first hidden mark. She has been through fire, and she did not become ash. She became gold. And here is what I want you to hear if you are sitting somewhere right now and you are in the middle of your fire. You are in the middle of your storm. You are in the middle of the pain, and you cannot see the other side yet. You are not broken. You are not lost. You are in the process of becoming. And the woman who will stand on the other side of this, she will carry a mark, a beautiful, invisible, powerful mark that will tell the world something without her ever having to say a word. She survived, and she is still soft. And that is extraordinary. The second hidden mark. She speaks truth, but she does not need to be loud. The second mark. Now I want you to think about this for a moment. Think about the most powerful person you have ever been in a room with. Not necessarily the most famous, not necessarily the most decorated, just the most powerful in the truest sense of that word. How did they communicate? I will tell you what I have observed over and over again across many different cultures and many different places. True power is quiet. It does not need to shout to be heard. It does not need to argue to be respected. It does not need to prove itself every time someone doubts it. It simply is. And because it simply is, people feel it. People respond to it. People lean toward it the way a plant leans towards sunlight. The second hidden mark of a chosen woman is this. She speaks truth, and she does not need to be loud about it. Now I know what some of you are thinking. You are thinking, but Shi Heng Yi, I have been told my whole life that I need to speak louder, speak up more, be more assertive, take up more space. And I am not saying any of that is wrong. What I am saying is something deeper. There is a difference between volume and authority. There is a difference between making noise and making impact. The chosen woman understands this difference. She understands that her words carry weight not because of how loud she says them, but because of how true they are. When she speaks, she has thought about what she is going to say. She does not fill silence with noise. She does not talk just to be talking. She does not argue just to win. She does not perform her opinions for an audience. When she speaks, it means something. And because it means something, people listen. There is a concept that I return to often. In the practice of Shaolin philosophy, we talk about the idea of Wu Wei. It is a Chinese concept that roughly translates to effortless action, or action without force. It means that the most powerful movement is the one that does not fight against the nature of things. It flows, it is natural, it is Eind. The chosen woman's truth is like this. It does not force, it does not push, it does not manipulate or pressure or demand. It simply speaks. And in its simplicity, it cuts through everything else, like water cuts through stone. Not with violence, not with urgency, but with patience and consistency and truth. Now I want to talk about something that is connected to this mark. And it is something that I think is deeply important, especially for women in the world we live in today. The chosen woman knows the difference between her truth and the world's noise. We live in a world that is loud, louder than any generation before us. There are 1,000 voices every single day telling you who you should be, what you should want, what success looks like, what your body should look like, what your life should look like, what you should be angry about, what you should celebrate, what you should value. 1,000 voices, all of them competing, all of them urgent, all of them demanding your attention. And the chosen woman, she hears all of it. She is not naive, she is not cut off from the world. She hears it, but she has learned to find her own voice underneath all of that noise. And she trusts it. She trusts it even when it tells her something different from what the 1,000 other voices are saying. She trusts it even when it is uncomfortable. She trusts it even when it costs her something. She trusts it even when people around her do not understand it. And this is where her real courage lives, because it is easy to speak truth when everyone agrees with you. It costs you nothing. It changes nothing. It requires nothing from you. The real test of a person's relationship with truth is what they do when speaking it will cost them something. Will they stay silent? Will they change their words to fit the room? Will they perform an opinion they do not hold because it is safer, more comfortable or more popular? Or will they take a breath and say, what is real? The chosen woman takes the breath. She says what is real, not always immediately, not always loudly. Sometimes she says it softly. Sometimes she says it with kindness. Sometimes she says it with tears in her eyes, because it is hard to say, but she says it. And here is the paradox that I find beautiful, because she speaks truth without needing to be loud about it. People trust her, really trust her. The deep, rare trust that is very hard to earn and very easy to lose. The trust that says, when this person speaks, I believe them. When this person says, she loves me, she loves me. When this person says, she is with me, she is with me. When this person says something is wrong, I should pay attention. That trust is her power. And she did not buy it. She did not perform for it. She earned it, slowly, consistently, by doing the same thing over and over and over again, saying what is true, even when it was hard. That is the second hidden mark. The third hidden mark. She loves deeply without losing herself. Now we come to the third mark. And this one is going to touch some of you in a very personal place. I want you to be prepared for that. I want you to let it touch you, because what touches you is usually what you needed to hear. The third hidden mark of a chosen woman is this: she loves deeply, fully, with her whole heart, and she does not lose herself in that love. Now, I need to be very careful here, because there is a version of this idea that gets taught in a way that I think misses something important. There is a version that says, protect yourself. Keep your walls up. Don't let people in too deeply. Don't give too much. Stay independent. That is not what I am talking about. The chosen woman is not defended. She is not closed off. She is not protecting herself by keeping love at arm's length. She loves without armor. She gives freely. She cares deeply. She is present with the people she loves in a way that is rare and beautiful. When she loves you, you feel it. It is real. It is not performance. It is not strategy. It is genuine, full-hearted love. And at the same time, she knows where she ends and where you begin. She knows her own name, her own values, her own direction, her own relationship with herself. And no matter how much she loves you, she will not erase those things to make you comfortable. She will not shrink herself to fit into the space you have made for her. She will not abandon her truth to keep your peace. She will love you completely and remain completely herself at the same time. And this is one of the rarest things in the world. Most people do one or the other. They love so completely that they lose themselves. They pour everything out, and then one day they look up and they do not know who they are anymore. They have become whatever the relationship needed them to be. And then they either feel empty and resentful, or they disappear into someone else's life entirely. Or they keep themselves so protected that they never truly love at all. They stay safe. They stay in control. They keep just enough distance that losing would not hurt too much. And they call that strength. But it is not strength. It is fear. It is a very understandable fear. But it is fear. The chosen woman walks the path in the middle. And I want to tell you something. That middle path is not easy. It is perhaps the hardest thing a human being can do. To stay open while also staying whole. To give without losing. To be present without dissolving. It requires tremendous self-knowledge, because you cannot keep hold of yourself in love if you do not know yourself, if you do not know what you value, what you need, what you will and will not accept, what, why, who are and who you are outside of the relationship. It requires tremendous self-respect, because there will be moments in love when someone you love will ask you to be less than you are. Not always intentionally, not always cruelly. Sometimes people who love us still ask us to make ourselves smaller because it makes them more comfortable. And in those moments, the chosen woman must love that person and still say no. And it requires tremendous trust. Trust in something bigger than the relationship itself. Trust that love given freely is not love lost. Trust that your value is not determined by whether or not someone stays. Trust that you can love fully and still be whole. This third mark is the one that most breaks the heart of others around her. Because when she loves you, you feel loved in a way you have never felt before. And if she ever walks away, you never quite forget it. Because you know that what she gave you was real and rare. And the interesting thing about the chosen woman who loves without losing herself is this: the people who love her well stay close to her for life. Because she is safe, she is real, she does not play games, she does not manipulate, she does not use love as a weapon or a reward or a tool. She loves you because she wants to. She stays because she chooses to. And when she chooses to stay, you know it is a real choice. That is the third hidden mark. She loves like the ocean. Deep, vast, powerful. And the ocean does not disappear because you swim in it. It is still the ocean. A pause, let this breathe. I want to stop here for a moment. We are 3 marks in. And I want to check in with you, not about whether you are enjoying this talk. That is not what I am checking in about. I want to ask you this. Do you recognize yourself? Do you recognize someone you love? Do you recognize someone you have not appreciated enough? Because times wisdom works like a mirror. And sometimes looking in the mirror takes courage. Especially if what you see surprises you. Especially if what you see is better than what you expected. Some of you have been carrying these marks your whole life and calling them burdens. You called your sensitivity a weakness. You called your need for truth a problem. You called your ability to love fully a flaw. I want to gently tell you now. They are not burdens. They are your marks. They are the signs of who you are. And we still have 2 more to go. The 4th hidden mark. She rises quietly. The 4th hidden mark. This one is perhaps my favorite, because it is the one that confuses people the most. And I love wisdom that confuses first, because that usually means it is cutting through something real. The 4th hidden mark of a chosen woman is this: she rises quietly. No announcement, no fanfare, no performance of her own becoming. She does not stand in the middle of the room and say, "Look at how far I have come. Look at what I have survived. Look at what I have built." She just builds. She just rises. And one day you look up and she is already there, at a level you did not see her climbing to, moving with a confidence that did not exist a year ago, carrying herself in a way that tells you, without words, that something has shifted deeply inside her. And you wonder, when did this happen? It happened in the quiet. It happened in the early mornings when nobody was watching. It happened in the difficult conversations she chose to have instead of avoid. It happened in the books she read late at night, the prayers she offered, the lessons she sat with, the habits she built when she was tired and nobody was going to reward her for it. The times she said no to things that would have distracted her. The times she said yes to things that frightened her. It happened in the invisible W, org. And here is something I have noticed about the chosen woman and this mark. She is not quiet because she is not confident. She is quiet because she understands something very important. Your growth is not for an audience. Your transformation is not a performance. The most real and most powerful things that happen inside a human being happen in silence, in solitude, in the space between who you were and who you are becoming. And those things, if you take them out into the noise too early, if you show them to the crowd before they are ready, they can be damaged. They can be influenced by other people's opinions before they are strong enough to hold their own shape. A seed does not announce itself before it breaks through the soil. It grows in the dark, silently, for a long time, building roots, building strength, building everything it needs for the moment when it finally emerges. And when it emerges, it does not ask anyone's permission to become a tree. The chosen woman is like this. She does her growing in the dark. She does her work in the quiet. She does not need to broadcast her journey to validate it. She does not need 500 people to witness her progress, to know that she is progressing. She does not need approval to continue. She continues because she is aligned with something inside herself that is bigger than the need for applause. And this is one of the things that separates her from so much of what we see in the modern world. We live in a time where people announce everything. Every step of their growth is documented and shared. Every struggle is turned into content. Every transformation is broadcast before it is even complete. And I am not here to judge that. I am here to say that the chosen woman is different. She is not performing her life. She is living it. And the rising that happens when you are genuinely living fully without performance, head rising is real. It is solid. It does not collapse when attention is removed. It does not need to be maintained by other people's validation. It stands because it was built on real things, real choices, real work, real growth. There is also something else about this mark that I want to share with you. Because she rises quietly, her presence carries a kind of mystery. People are drawn to her, but they cannot always say why. They notice her, but they cannot always describe what they notice. There is something about her that seems complete, self-contained, as if she is not waiting for anything outside of herself to begin her life. And that is because she is not. She has already begun, long ago, in the quiet, when nobody was watching. She began. That is the fourth hidden mark, the fifth hidden mark. She knows her worth without needing anyone to confirm it. And now we come to the fifth mark. This is the one I want to spend the most time with, because this is the one that when a woman truly carries it, changes everything around her. The fifth hidden mark of a chosen woman is this: she knows her worth, and she does not need anyone in the world to confirm it. Not her partner, not her parents, not her children, not her friends, not her boss, not strangers on the internet, not the number on a scale, not the number in her bank account, not the opinions of the people who misunderstood her. She knows her worth from the inside. Now, I need to be very clear about what I mean by this, because there is a shallow version of this idea that gets thrown around a lot. A version that is really just confidence as a costume. A performance of self-worth that is actually deeply hungry underneath, that constantly needs to be fed by other people's reactions. That is always checking whether it is being seen and appreciated and validated. That is not what I am talking about. I am talking about S, something much quieter and much more solid. I am talking about a woman who has sat with herself, truly sat with herself, Who has looked at her flaws, her mistakes, her failures, her fears, her contradictions, her darkness, and has not run from what she saw? She looked at all of it, and she said, "This is me, all of it, and I am still worth loving. I am still worth respecting. I am still worth taking up space in this world." Not because she is perfect. She is not. Not because she has figured everything out. She has not. Not because the world has told her she is valuable. It may not have. But because she has decided, inside herself, quietly, without ceremony, she has decided that she is worth her own love. And that decision changes everything. Let me tell you what changes when a woman makes that decision. The first